Hello. So yeah, it's been a while since my last video, and I'd always intended to do an update over the past a few months. But yeah, college is much harder than anyone told me it would be, so I just never got time to do it, and I just pushed it until I just had to make one now. So before we start, I'd just like to point out that there's this one and that one chilling out with me on my bed. So these two were the ones that I missed most in college. And at this moment, there is probably over 150 pounds of dog on my bed, which is a lot more than the amount of people on this bed, but that's okay because I love them. So yeah, I guess the topic of this video is my experiences in college. So I'm on my winter break now, but I am currently a freshman at University of California, Berkeley, which is a super awesome school, and I really, really love it here. Just being in the city is amazing, and then just the sort of people that you just meet here is just really great. Yeah. So, I guess I had I was on Facebook and I just put out the option of people asking me questions, and I got two, which is cool. So, I'll start with the first question about what Tourette's is like in college, or what it's like having Tourette's in college. So the first question is if I have any issues with executive function, things like time management, organization, planning, follow through, etc. So I think this question isn't really quite Tourette's related, but I'll try to answer it the best I can. So, executive function. I'm really bad at time management. I have no sense of organization. I do plan. I like to know what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. And I don't know, if I'm motivated enough, I follow through pretty well, I guess. It's just it all really depends on the person. I mean, I don't think I'm a really great student, but I managed to weasel my way into one of the best universities, so that's lucky for me. But in college, I guess you're kind of forced to do your own time management. Bad things happen if you're not responsible for yourself. So I mean, if you're not responsible in high school, you're not good at organizing your time or planning it, it'll probably solve itself within the first few weeks of college. I don't think that's a big problem. So, the second question is, how did my roommate deal with or react to my tics? So, I was very fortunate that I have a friend, and we've known each other since we were 5, and we went to the same church for our whole lives. So when we both got accepted, we were like, oh my gosh, definitely you have to be roommates. So yeah, we requested each other as roommates, and she's really chill with it. She's known about it since it started, so there was no problem on her part. But surprise, the school put us in a triple, so I was completely blindsided by that. I had to send in an email to our third roommate, just telling her, oh, what's going on with me? I'm not having a seizure. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just Tourette syndrome. I might be loud. Just don't freak out. And she's a really nice person. She's very accepting of everything, and I got to take the bottom bunk because I think if I ever took the top bunk, I might fall out and break my neck. So, yeah, there's that. And sometimes my legs work funny, so stairs aren't a very good idea. So yeah, there's the roommate thing. I'd also think I should talk about how I cope in the dorms, because my Tourette's gets really, really loud. Like, I scream and yell and shout. I also developed coprolalia, like, a few weeks before I started college, so that was interesting. So, when I feel a tic attack coming, I usually wait it out in my room, but, if it's during the day, I usually like to sit out in the hallways because there's not a lot of people there, or if my roommates are in the room doing their work, then I just go out and sit in the hallway. And yeah, most of my floor knows, because it's pretty obvious that I have Tourette syndrome, and they're all okay with it, which is one thing that I absolutely love about Berkeley, is that everyone here is so accepting of just like everything. Yeah, I think short of killing a person, anything is pretty much okay with the people I live with. Just kidding. Okay, so yeah, there's that. It was a funny story, actually. Probably 3 months in the school year, I was just ticking in the hallway, and then my friend just comes up and asks me, like, "Oh, are you okay? Like, what's going on?" I was like, "Oh, I have Tourette's." He was like, "Oh, I had no idea." I was like, "No, are you really blind? I've been sitting out here doing this all the time and you didn't notice." And yeah, that's one question that you really have to get used to in a setting where you live with a lot of people or you come into contact with a lot of people, is the question, like, "Are you okay?" And I don't know, that was weird. It took a while getting used to it, because most of the people in high school kind of knew what was going on, so I never really got that question asked a lot. But yeah, that wasn't that big of a deal. Another thing is how I cope in class. So, unlike high school, most college lectures are upwards of 100 people, and I'm not that brave to get in front of the whole class and tell them, like, "Hey guys, I have Tourette's." So, I just make sure to tell my professor and clear things up with them, even though I'm not registered with a disabled students program at my school. I just still make sure to tell the professors to know that I have Tourette's. I'm not being disrespectful. If I have a tic and tac in class, I just try to hold it in, or I just let go. Nobody cares. I'm not going to see the person who's sitting next to me for probably ever. There's so many people in class. It doesn't matter. And the professors here are really nice. They don't care. There's a funny story, though. So I'm in linguistics class, Linguistics 5, with Professor Keith Johnston, and it's an awesome class. But it's really funny when you get to phonetics, because the whole class is just testing out the different sounds and consonants and vowels, and the whole class is doing it, so I do it too. And it's really easy to pick up tics in linguistics class, especially, you know, labial sounds like b, p, m, that kind of stuff. We were also practicing the African clicking sounds from that language, and I picked that up as a tic, along with all the other sounds that we did in linguistics class. So that was fun and interesting. Yeah. I don't know what else there is really to talk about. There was a story where I had a tic attack and my legs stopped working and I was stranded on campus. That wasn't a lot of fun. I had to sit and wait half an hour before I could walk the 3 blocks back to the dorms. And my legs hurt for 2 days afterwards. But I was fine. It wasn't that big of a problem. I mean, I was diagnosed with moderate to severe Tourette's, and truthfully, my psychiatrist actually told me to consider community college right next to our house, because it probably would not have been as stressful, or maybe because she didn't think I could function on my own. But, you know, That was her opinion. I didn't agree with it. So yeah, college is good. Doesn't matter if you have severe or mild Tourette's. I mean, if you have the ability to do well in school, you know, why not go for it? Yeah, just take other people's opinions into consideration, but, you know, in the end, it's your decision whether or not you want to succeed in college. And, you know, experiences are definitely worth it. So yeah, ooh, this video has gone on 10 minutes already. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. So yeah, until next time.